Hi guys, so you might have noticed that the camera quality is better in this video and even the audio quality is hopefully better in this video. I had to dig up one of my really old flip video cameras because my MacBook isn't really working as far as recording videos goes. Today I wanted to talk about introversion and life as an introvert. Hopefully I can give you a few tips on how to navigate your life and how to just own being the introverted individual that you are. A lot of people are under the impression that being an introvert means you are a shy person. While it may be true that many introverted people are shy, it doesn't mean the same thing. Introversion and shyness are separate things. They can exist with each other, but they don't mean the same thing. The easiest way for me to explain what an introvert is it's someone who gets their energy from being alone. They have to take time to themselves in order to just get their energy back. This is because social activities and situations tend to drain them. It can even give you anxiety at some point if it's just too much. At least it does for me. For me personally, social activities tend to make me very anxious. And while I do enjoy them for a limited amount of time and with people that I'm close with, for the most part, it just too much can be too much, and I would just rather be at home doing something that, doesn't take much effort or anything like that. It's actually very interesting because where I work, which is a place I've been for about 2 years now, coworkers, they actually always tend to describe me as the loudest person and very outgoing, which is funny to me because I consider myself so shy, and that's just how I think of myself. Growing up, I was always just so down on myself about being so shy, and everyone always gave me a hard time about being shy. You shouldn't be shy. You'll grow out of your shyness. Like, have you noticed that? People always say, you'll grow out of it. You'll grow out of being shy. While I have grown out of being shy, it's just because I've accepted that, hey, I'm an introvert. That's a thing. Because before I didn't know what that meant. Now I'm like, oh, okay. I understand myself. I need to be alone to get my energy. It doesn't mean I always have to be alone. That's just how I can recuperate. So yeah, people at work, they think I'm really outgoing and everything, but it's just because for an introvert, you need to be very comfortable with those you're around in order to just, break out of your shell and to say the humorous things that are on your mind. We tend to have a different sense of humor, I've noticed. I have a few friends who are introverts, and even my boyfriend too, he's an introvert himself. And I don't know if it's just the people I'm with, but a lot of introverted people tend to have a darker sense of humor. I'm not sure if it's just how we see things or how we observe things, but you just tend to see things in a somewhat humorous way. Kind of just mocks everything, but maybe that's just me and my friends. Yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest tip I can give any introverts out there is to just accept that that's what you are. You are an introverted person. You might be a shy introvert, but that doesn't mean you'll always be a shy introvert. You can become an outgoing introvert, but the way you get your energy back will probably always stay the same. Realize that you can put yourself into social activities and social gatherings, and you will be okay. Just know that you do have a limit and try not to cross it. It really does help if you force yourself into those activities, no matter how uncomfortable they are, and not even a way because you're trying to please others, but it will make you more comfortable with yourself, and you will find that there's people who really appreciate your sense of humor, and they will appreciate what you bring to a crowd. You'll notice that a lot of people will come to you for advice or to tell you things that they probably won't tell others because they feel like they can trust you, and that's a good aspect of having an introverted friend or being the introverted friend, is that people will come to you for those things. So you do have a purpose, and you are of use to others. It's just not in the same way that, the outgoing party goer is. There's nothing wrong with being either way. It's just to feel comfortable with who you are and that's that. You do see life in a different way because you've, for the most part, always been considered the outsider looking in. But it doesn't always have to be that way. You can find people who know how to include you and make you feel welcome in a group, even outgoing people. I have met plenty of outgoing people who know how to involve the shy people, the introverted people, the reserved people. Those are the people that I absolutely love. It's the people who, you know, are outgoing, but they're kind of like put off by shy people that kind of get on my nerves. They won't even, they are under the impression that you don't want to be included because you aren't really talking as much and you're not really contributing to the conversation as much. They think that they should just totally exclude you, or that that's just what you want, or you're stuck up, and I hate that misconception. I live for the people who are outgoing because I like outgoing people. There's nothing wrong with outgoing people. I just like them when they include me and involve me and ask me questions. If you're an extrovert watching this video, learn to include introverts in the conversation without forcing them to be something they're not. Don't be like, hey, you should be loud, or hey, you should party, hey, come dance with me, or anything. That's going to make them feel uncomfortable. But, you know, ask them about their day, ask them questions, and you might really like what they have to say. It's always cool meeting another introvert and becoming friends with another introvert because you guys just get each other. And typically, if you're in a relationship with an introvert or friends with one, you'll find enjoyment from the same activities, and you'll go somewhere and do something that, you know, is calm and chill for you, which it could be just going out to lunch somewhere or just walking around the mall, and you don't necessarily have to be talking at all times, and that's a cool thing. It would explain why I enjoy just walking around grocery stores and shopping centers and people watching and Disneyland and sitting in my car for endless hours, it seems, because I just need to be to myself to get my energy back. What I really want for everyone to get out of this video is that it is okay to be whoever it is that you are. Whether you're shy, outgoing, introverted, or extroverted, be accepting of yourself and be accepting of others. Understand that there's no right or wrong, and you don't need to grow out of being shy or introverted, and you don't need to calm yourself down if you're outgoing, bubbly person. Just be who you are and know that everyone's going to be different, and people interact differently, and people get their energy differently, and people just operate differently. That's probably the biggest thing I can really say about this. It is possible to live a happy and fulfilled life as an introvert in a mostly extroverted world where everyone expects you to be an extroverted person. You just need to understand the difference between being shy and being introverted, because even though you're an introverted person doesn't mean you can't have a good conversation with someone. You can't get a good job, or you can't have a good career. There's so many people out there who are introverts, who are leaders, and they're very charismatic, and you know, they are successful. So don't let who you are stop you from the dreams that you have. And don't let it stop you from having the friends you want to have or doing the things you want to do. If there's ever a situation where you want to be invited to, or something you want to go to, by all means do it. Or if you have to invite yourself because people aren't necessarily inviting you, express interest. Let them know, hey, maybe we should hang out sometime. Or just show them something that you'd like to do. Maybe they'll enjoy it too. You never know. So find like-minded people. Be open to the fact that outgoing people can be your friends too. It's just about finding the right people. It's not black or white. You will find the right people. You just need to accept who you are first. So that's the biggest thing I can really suggest from all of this. So I hope this was helpful. I really thought I was going to make a better video than this. I don't really seem to like anything I'm saying right now. But that's just me being really judgmental of myself, which I'm trying to preach the exact opposite, but I just want you guys to at least get something from this. So, yeah, bye, I guess. I've had way too much coffee today. I've had way too much coffee. Way too much.